Wan-E, a mountain of a man, stood 7 feet tall. His laugh echoed like a hyena's, loud and a little bit unhinged. He trusted his gut, his fists, and most importantly, his partner, Double H.
Ready, Double H?
She was quick, clever, and could talk her way out of a locked treasure chest guarded by a dragon. Together, they were an unstoppable force, seeking adventure and maybe a good sandwich along the way. This time, their quest had led them to the shimmering gates of Boys Town. Legend told of a secret chamber hidden deep within, belonging to the fabulous RuPaul. What secrets it held, no one knew, but Wan-E and Double H were determined to find out.
Born ready, Wan-E. Let's paint the town red, or maybe a nice shade of fuchsia.
Boys Town was an explosion of color and sound. Feathers and sequins glittered under the neon lights. Music pulsed from every doorway, a cacophony of pop anthems and disco beats. The air itself seemed to vibrate with a chaotic energy that both excited and slightly terrified Wan-E. They navigated through streets teeming with people. Ladyboys, tall and statuesque, sashayed down the sidewalks. Their laughter, high and melodic, mixed with the honking of rainbow-colored taxis.
This place is wild.
Keep your eyes peeled, Wan-E. RuPaul wouldn't leave his secret chamber unguarded.
Their quest for information led them through bustling markets and into smoke-filled speakeasies. They questioned drag queens and barkeeps, their search for the secret chamber becoming more urgent with each passing hour. Finally, their search led them to a dimly lit tavern called the Purple Unicorn. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of glitter and cheap perfume. A lone figure sat hunched over the bar, nursing a drink that shimmered like a disco ball.
Excuse me.
The figure slowly turned, revealing a queen with a face plastered in more makeup than Wan-E had ever seen in his life.
Looking for something, dearies?
We seek knowledge. Knowledge of RuPaul's secret chamber.
The queen's eyes widened.
That, my dears, is a dangerous game you're playing. But if you're brave enough, follow the trail of glitter. It leads to the heart of the matter.
With a wink and a flick of her wrist, the queen disappeared into the crowd. Wan-E and Double H, their curiosity piqued, followed the trail of glitter that sparkled under the blacklights, leading them deeper into the belly of the beast. The trail of glitter led to a heavy steel door hidden behind a beaded curtain. As they pushed through, the music and laughter faded, replaced by an eerie silence. They found themselves in a long, narrow corridor, lit by flickering torches.
This is it, Wan-E. Get ready.
As if on cue, the corridor sprang to life. Doors on either side burst open, and out poured a wave of glamorous warriors. Ladyboys, their faces contorted in fierce expressions, charged towards them, high-heeled shoes like weapons.
Oh, honey, this is going to be fabulous.
The battle was joined. Wan-E, with his brute strength, sent attackers flying with each swing of his massive arms. Double H, agile and quick, darted through the crowd, her daggers flashing like silver lightning. But the ladyboys were relentless, their attacks fueled by years of pent-up aggression and a deep-seated need to be the center of attention.
Just when it seemed like we might be overwhelmed, the onslaught stopped.
The remaining ladyboys parted, creating a path to a set of ornate double doors at the end of the corridor. The doors swung open, revealing a shadowy figure seated upon a throne of hairspray cans and makeup palettes.
You dare seek my secrets?
The figure boomed, their voice echoing with power. It was RuPaul, a vision of shimmering fabric and impossibly high cheekbones.
You have made a grave mistake.
With a snap of his fingers, the room began to transform. The walls pulsed with light and sound, morphing into a disco inferno. The floor became a swirling vortex of glitter and confetti. RuPaul, his eyes blazing with fury, rose from his throne.
Prepare to face the wrath of RuPaul,
he declared, his voice echoing with the force of 1,000 wind machines. The battle with RuPaul was unlike anything Wan-E and Double H had ever experienced. He fought with the power of 1,000 disco balls, his every move accompanied by blinding lights and deafening music. He hurled insults and shade like lethal weapons, his words cutting deep.
Nimble and quick-witted, Double H dodged his attacks, her own words sharp and cutting.
But even her skills were no match for RuPaul's raw power. He was a force of nature, a whirlwind of glitter and fury. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, Wan-E stumbled upon a glowing orb hidden amongst the discarded feather boas and wigs. As he reached for it, a surge of energy coursed through him. He felt a power unlike anything he had ever known, a power that pulsed in his veins and thrummed in his very core. He had found the magical thrust. The magical thrust surged through Wan-E, filling him with an unstoppable power. His hyena laugh echoed through the chamber, louder and more unhinged than ever before. He felt a surge of confidence, a sense of invincibility that radiated from him like a beacon. He charged towards RuPaul, his movements infused with a newfound grace and agility. He spun and twirled, his massive frame moving with the elegance of a seasoned dancer. He parried RuPaul's attacks with ease, his own blows landing with thunderous force.
Who's the boss now, bitch?
Wan-E roared, channeling the spirit of Tony Danza, his words dripping with sass and power. The words struck RuPaul like a physical blow. His eyes widened in shock and disbelief. The music faltered, the lights flickered, and the once imposing figure seemed to shrink before their very eyes. The magical thrust had broken RuPaul's power. With a final defeated groan, RuPaul collapsed onto his throne of hairspray cans, his reign of fabulous tyranny at an end. The remaining ladyboys, their queen defeated, dropped their feather boas and high heels, their faces etched with a mixture of shock and awe. Wan-E, still buzzing with the power of the magical thrust, struck a triumphant pose, his booming laughter echoing through the chamber.
You did it, Wan-E. You defeated RuPaul and claimed the power of the magical thrust.
Double H exclaimed, her voice filled with pride. The chamber, once a battleground, was now a scene of celebration. The ladyboys, their aggression forgotten, showered Wan-E and Double H with glitter and confetti, their cheers echoing through the air. The reign of RuPaul was over, and a new era had begun. News of Wan-E's victory spread through Boys Town like wildfire. The once formidable army of ladyboys, now pledging their allegiance to the mighty Wan-E, bowed before their new leader. They showered him with gifts of feather boas, shimmering fabrics, and enough hairspray to last a lifetime. Wan-E, ever humble, accepted their praise with a boisterous laugh and a twinkle in his eye. He had never sought power, but now that it was thrust upon him, he vowed to use it wisely and justly.
With Double H by his side, her wit as sharp as ever, Wan-E ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity for Boys Town. The reign of RuPaul was but a distant memory, replaced by a time of joy, laughter, and just a touch of chaos, because after all, this was still Boys Town.
And so Wan-E and Double H were carried through the streets of Boys Town on a throne celebrated by all.